Welcome to this CrossYoga Flow class. It's a short class, so I hope you're ready. Please stand at the top end of your mat. And yes, we'll begin standing today. Feet hip-width distance, and try to ground your feet. Spread out your toes as best you can. Soften your knees a little bit. Tuck your tailbone underneath yourself here and engage your core with a subtle engagement in your abs. Take your shoulders up and back, and then mountain pose, palms facing a little bit forward. And then think about lifting through the top of your head, the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Notice how you breathe. And picture yourself standing in front of whatever picture of God you have, or Jesus. Picturing God being here present as we move on our mat. Maybe He's doing yoga with us because He created our whole body. Breath, our capabilities to move, stretch, and strengthen our body. And maybe sway a little bit from side to side like a tree in the wind, being moved a little bit from left to right foot. You can let your neck move as well if it feels good. And then moved from front to back. Very small movements, so you don't need to open your eyes and you don't get afraid of falling. And as you might be moving or standing still, that's up to you. I'll read a very short passage from Job, book in the Old Testament. A strange book if you're not familiar with it. But this guy Job is having a hard time, and he's having a conversation with God. And this is actually the last chapter in the Message version. And Job answers God, like God is standing in front of Job, like we were picturing right now. So Job says, I'm convinced you can do anything and everything. Nothing and no one can upset your plans. And a little bit later, I admit, I once lived by rumors of you. Now I have it all firsthand, from my own ears and eyes. Let's see if we can experience God today and experience that God can do anything. The world is not dependent on our choices or competences. Take your arms out to the side and lift them up towards the sky. Palms facing forward, and then lean slightly back. Maybe you feel this in your lower back. Arms again towards the ceiling, and then lean forward with a swan dive. Fingers on the mat. Relax your head, neck. Soften your knees even more. Take your right leg and step it all the way back. The back end of the mat. Bend the front knee. Look to the front. Let go of the floor. High lunge. Of course, you just shorten the distance in between your legs or your feet if you like. Fingers down on the mat. Step this left foot back into three-legged dog. So you lift your right leg up and maybe draw it around to some circles if it feels good. Make sure you're standing firm with your fingers on the mat. Bend the knee, take it underneath your belly, and again step it to the top end of the mat. Look to the front. Walk your hands back, use blocks if you need. Stretch the front leg, maybe you want to bend the back leg. You can definitely just move a little bit forth and back. I call this white pyramid pose. And again, the front foot on the mat, step the front or the back foot to meet the front. Fold forward. Rise into high mountain, palms facing the front. And with soft elbows, again, lean back, open up. Deep breaths. And once again, just on the opposite side, fold forward. Fingers reach down, let go of your neck. Left leg moves up and back, the back end of the mat. Make sure you lift the heel quite a lot. And once again, rise up into high lunge. And you can definitely move a little bit here if you like. Fingers again down on the mat, and now your right leg moves up and back, three-legged dog. Spread out your fingers as you lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and move your hip around if it feels good. Soften your elbows and engage your muscles on the arm. Ready to step this leg to the top of the mat. Bend the front knee. Take it inhale and exhale as you move yourself back, standing on your fingertips or use the blocks. Maybe moving forth and back a little bit. Open up your hip. Again, bend the front knee, hands on the mat. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. And keep moving a little bit. Even though we are moving, we're shifting in moods and in choices. God's plan never changes. He can do what he wants. Vinyasa if you want to go for it. If not, stay in down dog. Take your plank. Doing a little bit slow this first time. Lengthen from shoulder blades to shoulder blade. On knees or toes. Lower down to your belly on the mat. From there, lift up in your baby cobra. Make sure you take your shoulders back and down. Tuck your toes under, lift up and back, down dog. Adjust your stance. You're welcome to use your ujjayi breath if you like to get that rhythm. To the top end of the mat, jump or walk. Exhale, fold forward. Doing this small sequence and adding some more postures. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, lean back, open up your chest. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Take your right leg and move it back as you exhale. Prepare your high lunge. Inhale. And sink down in your high lunge on your exhale. Three-legged dog. Inhale, hands on the mat. Exhale, lift up. This time, left leg, bend your knee. And stay here for a breath. Hip opener. Close your hip navel in and bring your left knee to your right elbow in plank. Coming down on your knee if you like. Again, lift it up towards the sky. And take your left knee to your left elbow this time. Navel in, breathe. Lift your leg up and step the foot through. Walk yourself back. Again, stretching both legs if you like, or just bend the back. Bend again the front knees, warrior two, so pivot the back foot around, align your heels somewhat. Stretch out your arms and shoulders down. Notice this hip. You might take your hand on your hip and move your hip a little bit back. The other hand on the knee and make sure it doesn't fall in. Letting go. Again, windmill the hands down, back heel off, step to the top of the mat, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, high mountain. Leaning back, exhale. High mountain, inhale. Swan dive, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale, left leg moves back this time. Rise up, taking your time in your high lunge. Exhaling. Getting ready to our three-legged dog. Inhale. Palms down. Exhale. Lift it up. Lift it high. Open up your hip. Get your root lock here. One more breath. Let's just square off your shoulders aligned with the short end of the mat. Plank poses. Inhale. And prepare right knee, left elbow. Take a breath here. See if you can reach all the way. Again, lift it up with a smile on your face. Plank pose. Right elbow, right knee. Again, one breath. Lift it up and back. And then to the front. And maybe side out as you move back. Relax your shoulders. This is an option of moving and freeing your hip a little bit. Turn the back foot around. Warrior two. As we did before, firmly grabbing both feet into the mat. Taking the shoulders forward, up and back, and let them stay there with a slight engagement behind the shoulder blades. Windmill the arms around, downward facing dog. Side out if you need to. Maybe you'll need to let go of some plans that did not go the way you wanted to. Optional vinyasa, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down slowly, elbows by your rib as much as possible. Inhale, cobra, up dog where hip is off. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Look to the front, bend your knees, jump a walk. Fold forward. Last time through and finishing with a balance pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean back. High mountain. Bowing down, surrendering, forward fold. Half lift, right leg up and back. Getting into high lunge. Inhale and exhale here. Hands down on the mat, three-legged dog, this time left leg up and back. One big inhale and exhale. Next inhale, prepare this plank pose. Just to your right elbow, exhale. Lift it up again. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lift up. You know what to do, step it through. Move yourself back and maybe stretch both legs, going deep into a forward fold with your chest leading. Warrior two, bend the front knee, turn the back foot around, lift through this front leg up. Engage your core as you sink down so your pelvis is tucked underneath yourself. Reverse warrior, palm raise up. Maybe you take this back hand behind you to the front thigh, actually, as you lean back. And then half moon. Either just go ahead and see if you can keep your balance as you lift up all of right side, or lift up right leg. Flex the foot, one hand on the ground or on a block, and maybe right hand reaches up as well. Trying to stack the shoulders. Breathe. Beautiful, both hands down as you step and make the feet aligned with each other. Inhale, rise up. Ready for the other side. Back bend, exhale. Inhale, high mountain. Fold forward, exhale. Half lift the left leg up and back. Lower it down. High lunge. Follow your breath. Deep inhales and exhales. Three-legged dog. Exhale, you shoot the leg up. Open up your hip. Again, one breath here. Take your shoulders away from your ears. And when you're ready on your next exhale, bring your right leg to your right knee, to your right leg, left elbow. That's what I was going for. And lift up again. Plank, right elbow. Up and three-legged dog to the front. This wide pyramid pose. Move back. Make sure your hip is still in between your feet so your hip is not moving out to the side as you lean forward, stretching through the front as well. Warrior 2, preparing, taking a look at the back foot. The whole sole is really firmly into the mat, stretching out your arms, reaching out with your fingers, both the front and the back. One cycle of breath. Reverse warrior. An option of taking the back hand behind your back to the front thigh. Half moon. Make sure you take the back foot a little bit closer if you want to try to see if you can actually just get up here in one big movement. All of left side up. Stacking shoulders as well as hip if possible. Lift the leg, just a few more breaths. Fingers down, step back. Down dog, side out. Gonna move, get into child's pose, but if you like, take your vinyasa before that. And then child's pose, distance in between your knees. Lean back, forehead on the ground. Relax. And as you rest here, I'll read the verse again. I'm convinced that you, God, can do anything and everything. Nothing and no one can upset your plans. I admit I once lived by rumors of you. Now I have it all firsthand, from my own ears and eyes. So Job went through a lot of struggles. But that was where he met God. So maybe you can relate to that. Come up on your knees and then further down on your back or your sitting bones. Reach your feet to the front, sitting bones on the mat. You can have a slight bend in your knee if you like. And then lean forward, stretching hamstrings and more importantly, your lower back. As this is a short video, I will not include a resting pose as such. Sit up tall again. Find a comfortable seated position on your mat. Just one shoulder, neck stretch. Left arm up. Take a hold of your right side and then turn your neck to the side. Maybe this hand reaches down. Stretching all the way down here. Move your head up and back. And move to the other side. Relax this shoulder down towards the ground. And take your head back. And maybe you want to put your hands in prayer pose in front of your chest and close your eyes. God, may we trust that your plans goes on and that your plans are good. God, may we not live from just rumors about you. Meet us firsthand in body, soul, mind, eyes, and ears. Amen. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you so much for joining my class today.